Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm doing this kind of weird. I'm actually using my phone to stream frontward, and I have it running on my laptop here off to the right to me. Um, yeah. So let's just start off with the show. Basically, first thing that I want to get into a discussion about basically is the LG Stylo 2. A lot of controversy around this phone already, as it's been released. So just want to clear up a couple of things. The first thing that I actually do want to discuss, though, is a lot of people has messaged me, asked me the similar question, and that question is do I get drop calls or do I get missed calls? Are my text messages delayed by several hours? And I haven't really experienced any of that at all whatsoever. I have not experienced that, and I'm blessed because that would totally suck. And I get everyone's their anger, their aggression towards that. I mean, people want their text messages like that. They want it right then and there. They sure as hell don't want it delayed. And if it is delayed, it's going to be a real big issue to people. So um, I couldn't really tell anyone why that's happening. People have asked, like, is there anything different that I'm doing? And I'm really not doing anything different than the next person when it comes to my smartphones, other than the fact that, there's basic social media stuff, and that's pretty much about it. But anything else besides that, it's like, no, I'm not having any issues or doing anything that's causing me to have issues like that. The only thing I can say that's different from most people is that most people use what do you call that? Like a different SMS server. So they probably use like the native stock text messaging app, and that could possibly lead to maybe a drop or like a delay in your SMS coming through. But for me, I use Hangouts, and I know some people are probably going to be like, why? I know a lot of people, they don't like Hangouts, but that's what I'm actually using as my all-in-one messenger. So SMS through native carrier and SMS through Google Voice, and chatting and video chatting and all that stuff is all done through Hangouts for me. And so my text messages come through. Plus, a lot of people that I know use Hangouts, and so they normally hit me up with the actual Hangouts chat and not like text messaging or anything like that. But on time, and that's what I've been using for my SMS. And as far as phone calls, all my phone calls come through. I haven't had anyone that said that they've called me like 5 or 6 times and didn't get through. My phone ringing on their end, but then on my end, my phone's not ringing. Like, I haven't experienced that either. So I really can't say exactly what's happening, but I'm blessed enough not to get that. So the only thing I can think of, for people that's experiencing that is to try updating your profile and PRL and seeing if that will make a difference. I know that sounds like the cliche thing that, tell you to do, like take the battery out, put the battery back in, yada, yada, yada. But, and sometimes it doesn't work, but try doing that first. And if that doesn't work, then try reprogramming your phone. Just go into your dialer and dial pound 72786 and then click yes to wipe the SCRT or something like that. It's gonna wipe your cellular radio and reprogram your MDN and your MIN into your phone. So that'll probably be like the best thing. Try that after you've tried update profile, update PRL. See if that'll actually help. Just basically see if that will. And if it doesn't, then I'm not too sure exactly, but you can always contact customer support and not customer care. Like, if you get those customer care reps on the phone, just tell them to transfer you to technical support and go through it that way. Hold on a second. Let me open up the YouTube app. There's no comment and stuff there. But I do have the chat open up here on Hangouts. Let me just do this real quick. But anyways, yeah, you can try doing it like that, seeing if it will help out. And let's see, okay. But anyways, so besides that, little tricks and tips about the Stylo 2. There's really not a whole lot. I mean, if you've owned the G Stylo, it's going to come like second nature to you to actually just use it. There's not really too much of a big difference other than the fact that, the specs and everything has been bumped up a little bit. But tracing test is really not too much of it. I mean, runs fairly well, in my opinion. And I think the only thing that's like pretty neat with the Stylo 2 is the fact that it has, what do you call it, rapid charging. It has rapid charging. So that's something that's pretty neat to look forward to. Getting your phone to charge within, I'd say, from 26% to 100% in like 40 minutes. That's actually pretty nice. So that's probably like the only thing that's like outside of just the normal stuff that the G Stylo has. And the fact that, the UX 5.0 gives you no app drawer would actually, is actually pretty nice too. So let's see. I mean, that's, I'm still gonna do more videos on the Stylo 2. There's still more to come. I still got comparison videos coming up between that and the ZTE Warp Elites. So that is one thing that, to look forward to. Also against the Boost Max, which, it's not really much of a comparison because the Boost Max is pretty outdated, and people are curious to know exactly like how does it fare up upgrade wise. So moving on from that, last night I was able to root the Sharp Aquos Crystal. I'm pretty excited for that one, and a lot of people have had some real big issues with this phone, and as part of the reasons why, like, a lot of people looked at it like, body build wise, amazing and beautiful phone, but then as far as its performance, pretty crappy. And this is a phone that I feel like Sharp really dropped the ball on. They should have really stuck to getting it, upgraded. I mean, it has the specs to run Lollipop, and it definitely has the specs to run Marshmallow. As being like a low budget device running Marshmallow, but they just, they built the phone, it runs KitKat, and then in their mind, it's just like, okay, that's it. No more software upgrades for this. I mean, it had like little micro upgrades, mostly to block, the root method, because so many developers was coming close to rooting the phone, and then a new software version would come out that would just completely mess it all up for everyone else. But developer at XDA, known as Tui Love, was able to help us out by getting us some root going on here. So we got full roots. We got full root for the Aquos Crystal, and it also has torque recovery. So now we have the ability to actually build custom ROMs for this phone and run possibly Lollipop, maybe even Marshmallow, who knows. We just need to get those developers that were once interested in this device to come back now that there is full root for it. And there is a custom recovery that you can now flash a ROM. So I'm excited to see if that's going to happen, because like I said, like, this phone is just, it's amazing. I mean, this is a neck breaker phone, in my opinion. A lot of people that I see around my area that see this phone, and they kind of take a second look, because the way it is, I mean, it's just like all screen, no bezels on the top or the sides. The only one is the bottom chin. That's it. That holds the front facing camera and the proximity sensor, and that's all you have as far as bezels on this phone. And so 5-inch display on a small body. I mean, let me grab the let me have it right here with me, or not. Hold on, keep everything here. Okay, so here's my Galaxy J3 side by side. They're both 5-inch displays, but you guys can see the Aquos Crystal is smaller. So 5 inches, compact. Barely. They didn't put too much on it, and that's the best part about it. It's not plain Jane, but still, I mean, to me, it looks nice. So, and right now with root recovery and being able to modify the phone, at this point right now, it's running pretty fast, pretty stellar. So my opinions on it from before about it, being super slow and everything, now has completely changed. But that's, getting rid of bloatware and stuff like that, modified it, and so I got the best out of it now. Still runs KitKat. I didn't flash a ROM on it, not yet. I'm about to do a backup, a full backup on it today. So in case anything happens, I'll be able to have a backup to flash back to. Okay, so on top of that, rumor flying around, HTC's got 2 devices that's going to be Nexus devices this year, codenamed Marlin and Sailfish, or M1 and S1. So it's kind of cool to see that Nexus has gone full circle and is going back over to HTC and for the 2 devices that's going to be coming out. Now, some people are a little worried about it because, well, HTC hasn't really had a very good running streak, as far as like the last, I'd say, 3 years? 3 years, HTC's kind of been on a downward spiral. And this year with the HTC 10, they kind of slowly moved back up, but people are still, kind of sketchy about it. So the fact that HTC is going to be making the 2 Nexus devices this year, some people are a bit worried. I really don't know what this is. The only Nexus device that I've owned on is a Nexus player. I mean, I've never owned an actual Nexus smartphone or tablet. It would be nice to, but I kind of stick to my area of what I grab to use as my daily drivers and whatnot. So, like if Boost Mobile actually opened up and allowed people to bring Nexus devices over, that would be like super sweet. I mean, at least the Nexus 6, since that was able to go on Sprint, at least that and the newer ones. That'd be nice. Maybe even the Nexus 5. That would be nice, but that's like one gripe I have with Boost Mobile is the fact that you can put a Galaxy Note 4, you can put a Note 5, you can put like a Note 3. Basically most of the Galaxy Note series you can put on Boost Mobile. They don't have to be flashed over to Boost Mobile. They can be just Sprint Galaxy Notes, and they can actually go on Boost Mobile. And I think that's something that kind of frustrates and annoys me a little bit, because there are people out there who, want to buy a Nexus phone, but they like their plan on Boost Mobile or on Virgin Mobile. And so, they pick the lesser of the 2 devils and basically stick with their current service provider. So, I don't know. You can have the Galaxy S7, you can have the S6, you can have the iPhone 6S and the 6S Plus. Why can't Boost Mobile host a Nexus device? That's something that I think that we are waiting for. I know on Metro PCS and on Cricket, you can bring a Nexus device over. But yeah, you can bring a Nexus device over to Metro PCS and Cricket. We can't bring it over to Boost Mobile, and that's something that is a bit annoying at times. This is probably I don't know. I apologize if everything's getting fuzzy right now. This always seems to happen with Hangouts on Air. If I run the YouTube live streaming app with what's it called, Emos on Android, I don't get this issue at all. But with Hangouts, it just really, really, really seems to do this. Hangouts on Air. After a while, and it's also my network connection is pretty crappy. CenturyLink is not all the best. But anyways, continuing on. So yeah, definitely, what's your guys' opinions and thoughts about, HTC making the next 2 Nexus devices, and what do you think they may come to look like? I haven't seen anything yet on them. In other news for Boost Mobile, the J1 is now on Boost Mobile, which to me is just, I don't know. I guess so, if you're looking to have, a very low budget device, that would kind of be cool, I guess. I think the one thing the J1 has going for it is that it's running Marshmallow, according to what I've looked up on specs for the J1 or Galaxy J1, is that it's running Marshmallow, which is, I believe, the J7 is also running Marshmallow. So to me, J3 going to get Marshmallow. Been in my possession for a couple of months now, and I'm like, needs to have Marshmallow updated already. Needs to. I don't care if it's not going to get Android N, but it needs to get Marshmallow already. It's weird. The J1, which is a weaker spec phone to the J3, has already got Marshmallow. What's going on? Because there's people who like the J3 and how it is. I've had people comment that said that it's an ugly looking phone, and to me, it's just weird because it looks like every other Samsung Galaxy phone. So, but when they say like the S5 looks better, or the S6 looks better, or the S7 looks better, and it's like it kind of looks like them from the front. I mean, from the back it doesn't, but from the front it does. And if you say it looks ugly, then just imagine. I don't know. To me, it's like if you say one Galaxy device is ugly, you're pretty much like labeling all of them ugly because they pretty much all are identical. I think there's maybe like one or two body features that differentiates them from one another, but other than that, they're pretty much like clones of one another. Besides that, apparently there is a class action lawsuit against Motorola. I really haven't, done my research on that one yet, so I'm probably gonna do a rant video about that when I dig more into it. But um, that was like a little shocking for me, to find out that Motorola under Lenovo is now being sued, and it's one of those things where I feel like Google should have never sold off Motorola. Like when they bought Motorola, they had them. I mean, they basically, Motorola is like, to me, in my opinion, still kind of like top dog as far as hardware manufacturer. And if Google had kept them, it would have been a great deal for Google, especially, I mean, I know a lot of people were a little bit worried, like, the Nexus phones would have been stuck being just Motorola devices because Google, they feel like, if Google owns Motorola, they own the hardware maker, then basically every Nexus from that point on was going to be Motorola. And it possibly could have been, I can't really say that they wouldn't have done that. I mean, they probably would have. Right now, Google's already in the process of starting its own hardware manufacturing. And so to me, if fails with the two Nexus devices coming out, then it seems like Google may just take the reins and start building hardware all on its own. So that is I don't know. I just think today, moving on to the next topic basically, but like today it just feels like that, a lot of tech shows, and including mine, a lot of people who do unboxings, like a lot of things on YouTube has kind of gone on the downward slant. I really don't know exactly what's going on or what's happening. Or maybe it's just the fact that people are getting over smartphones, or maybe just, like all the fanboy, fangirl wars is just completely drained everyone where they don't have an interest anymore as far as blogging about mobile technology or anything like that. Like, I've said it before that, that I will keep doing this even if like nobody watches anymore. Like there's like no views on YouTube and no one really, really cares anymore about it. I'll still keep blogging because it's something that I love to do. But I just, it's kind of sad though, because there's some real talented people coming up and really cool people coming up that are starting to blog about technology, mobile technology in particular. And they're kind of like getting their foot in the door. And, it's sad because like I feel like where they're starting off right now, they would definitely get more views if things were how they were about 2 years ago. They would have got more views and things like that. But like today, everything's kind of going on a downward slide. I really, really can't see what the hell's going on as far as, Now, my only thing is that I feel like that just, the topics themselves are just really going just downward. And I think that's, for me, I think that's also with the whole innovative side of technology itself. Like, manufacturers are just not really going up against the bar and really trying to get, something out there that's a wow factor. I mean, 2 years ago, if you watch videos from your top bloggers on YouTube and just on the internet, when they went to shows like Mobile World Congress or all that, like we really had a sense of like just so much news being banged out left and right. People were just always on YouTube and just always checking out for the next thing. What did LG had to come out with? What did Motorola have to come out with? Like everyone was just all on it. This year, I mean, like maybe one or two things caught a little heat, but other than that, like everything else is just pretty much like just down. Or like people just really weren't interested. So for me, I'm always curious. You know, we're in May. Google I/O is up next, I believe, and I'm wondering, you know, if the same effect's going to happen to Google, because even when Apple had their little keynote, I expected, you know, for all the Apple fans to just kind of rise up like how they normally do. You know, when Apple unveils something, like whether some people think that what Apple unveils is stupid or, you know, idiotic, um, you still have to just stood up for it and just was like, it was an uproar of excitement. We didn't have that this year. That surprised me even more. So I kind of worry about, you know, the state of mobile technology and the fact of, you know, all those bloggers on YouTube, from the biggest way up there to the smallest like myself. Um, like what's going to happen in the future? You know, really, that's something that I'm kind of curious about. So also, well, I'm going to wrap this up here. I did get a comment on my latest video. I forgot which one it was, but I think it was the J3 versus the Stylo 2. But there was a comment that was mentioned, and I wanted to touch base with that real quick and just kind of clear the air on it so people don't get up for an excitement. But the Facebook Live services is not being rolled out by, you know, your phone model or your version of Android. I don't believe it's going that way, because there are people who've gotten the update to broadcast live from their Android device. What's his name? Rashawn, I believe. He got it on his Nexus 6, and he was able to do live broadcasting from Facebook on his Nexus 6. There are other people that had the Nexus 6 that didn't have that option available. And so on my recent video, there was a comment saying that if you had the Stylo 2, that you had the ability to stream live to Facebook. That's not the case at all whatsoever. I'll show you guys. I have the Stylo 2 right here. I honestly believe that this update that, you know, is slowly taking its time to make it to people, that's like, you know, starting to irritate some people. I think it's based on your account, because I can show you guys right there. Oh, that way. The feature is not unlocked. And I have the Stylo 2. And it's on 6.0.1. And I still don't have that Facebook feature unlocked. So I don't think it's going by your software version. I don't think it's going by your hardware manufacturer version. I think it's going by your account. I think like every week or so, maybe every day, I don't know how they're doing it, because I mean, there's billions of people on Facebook, and, you know, trying to get this out there where a high percentage of them is Android users, it's going to slowly make its way to everyone's account soon. I mean, same thing it was with the profile video, where you could actually have I think it was like a 3 or 6 second clip as your profile picture on Facebook. Like that unlocked by specific accounts, because like my friends had theirs unlocked before I had mine, and then mine was available. You know, every time I go back and check it, it would say, you know, coming soon. This feature is not available to you yet, but it's coming soon. It's one of those things. So Facebook Live and whatnot will eventually make its way to all of us. I think it's just rolling out in batches of account users and not exactly what type of Android phone you have. So that's pretty much it. You know, I know this video wasn't that well put together, but then again, I'm winging it on this video. I don't have things structured, and I'll probably do it that way next time. Just have like bullet points of things that I want to go on, instead of just thinking off the top of my head what I want to discuss. But this was a last minute thing, so sorry, you know, if the broadcast came out a little choppy. I just want to try to use Hangouts on air. And right now it's looking a little clear, but I can tell a few times that they get fuzzy and broken up and the stream froze and everything. And I apologize for that. Apologize, you know, I don't have the best internet service here. You know, CenturyLink, they're not helping me. But when I move from this place, I can actually choose a different carrier for my my home internet service. So I'll choose something better than what I have now, and then maybe the broadcast will be a lot better. So. But anyways, guys, yeah. So Sharp Aqua's Crystal routing video up on YouTube. I put it up last night. Also, the Stylo 2 and the J3 video is also up. And I have more videos coming up later on this week. Like I said, the ZTE Warp Elite versus the Stylo 2. I did try to see if there was some sort of new ZTE device coming out. I didn't find anything on it. But if any of you guys know where this article is at, so I can catch up to speed while I'm still trying to search for it, if you guys have the link, comment in the comment section of this, please. Let me know so I can go and check it out and see what's up. As far as future devices, I don't know if I'm going to be grabbing any right away. I was opting for the J7, but I'm going to hold off for a little bit on that. But if you guys are interested in the Samsung Galaxy J7 for Boost Mobile, it's actually on sale right now on Amazon for $179.99 from Amazon Seller Shop Sale Deals. You guys can grab it there while they still have it on sale before it goes back up to $229.99. So if you guys are considering the J7, grab it now while you can. I may wind up picking up the Kyocera Hydro Reach, but I'm getting some feedback from people to stay away from that phone. I don't know why just yet. Still communicating with people about that and finding out what their experiences are before I pass it along to everybody else. And Samsung Galaxy J1, I will not be picking up that phone. I really don't see a reason to. But to me already, it seems like a pretty decent low-budget phone. And yeah, so that's it for this live show. Thanks for the viewers who are watching. Thank you guys for checking it out. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.